ating mga folders. Alright? Okay po, so 1, 2, 3, go! Exchange gift.
Especially before when I was signing for loans. So many papers to sign. Just sign it. Yeah, on the side.
Graduating, what comes to your mind?
Opportunities, being able to give chance to, these kids that want to better their lives. So parang for me, it's going out there, in the competition in the marketplace. So you want to be able to give them the chance, if you're a conduit for them to have the opportunity to better their lives. And see them graduate, meaning it's a fulfillment, for my own dream as well.
What do you recall about your school days, school years?
I couldn't wait to finish.
Complete high school, college.
I couldn't wait to get out of school so I could work, so I could do something else. But I realized after, being being out of school and being able to work, parang, you really need education. It's the most important thing in life when you're growing up. I would always tell, of course, my son and my nieces or my nephews, or even the students I get to talk to, you don't rush into anything. You do your time. You do your time at school and study. I mean, that's your only time to really have something, pick up knowledge, learn, and yeah. So that's why it became my advocacy. I mean, because if you go out, you have to know what you're saying. You have to know what you're doing. So education is the key. Really, it's the primary thing for us to have, to be able to know what we're doing and to be able to get to where we want to go.
Most youngsters today have set aside their studies for earning so early in life. What advice can you give them?
AMA online.
Like,
yeah, this is the thing. Like when I read it,
you don't have to go to school for this one. You don't have to attend classes for this.
You don't have to attend classes. Full online education. So you have a. Sorry, you want to?
We have the learning management system, wherein we can monitor the progress of the students. So even taking the quizzes, the final examination, it's flexible at your own pace. You can take the examination at your own pace, but with security.
Is Piolo qualified to take any of the courses in this?
They can enroll on advanced courses, like masteral.
As long as you're a high school graduate.
Are you? But I
Yeah.
What course?
I'm looking at some short courses that could fit my schedule. Yeah, I'm leaving actually in a couple of weeks for a short course that I'd be taking up at NYFA. So with this online education, it's good because when you're in transit, you'll be able to still study. Yeah.
You're going to New York? Or
Florence po.
Florence po.
A satellite campus ng NYFA. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And any advice, you're saying? Nice advice to Inigo, and what about to
I would always
temporaries.
I would always encourage him to, learn. Never stop learning. Like even when you're already a graduate and or even when you're old or you've got degree already. I mean, there are things that you can still learn in life. If you wanna level up, as what this program is all about, and you want to develop another skill, I think this is the way to go. Showbiz is very temporary too, so it's hard to just bet on that. So instead, I would always tell them to not limit themselves. And I remember him growing up. I would always tell him, try on anything that you want, because you still have the time, and then that's when you will know, your passion or your calling or your purpose in life. And yeah, I guess it's all about that. I mean, it's important to have knowledge. It's important to know what you're saying. It's important to advance in life through education, first and foremost, before you go out.
Scholastically, what else do you want to explore?
Aside from film producing,
in your field,
film lang
as
ako
a
dito.
person.
I wanted to do, since I'm also into real estate, I was gonna get into interior designing. Since we do a lot of real estate work, but for the production side, I'm just focusing on being a producer and acting also.
Springfields.
Apo, yeah. So those are the only things.
Real estate management course.
We have. I already have a course. No, but seriously, yeah. Yeah, you have to have a know-how. I mean, in this business, that's why we just commission people to do stuff for us. And if you are the one, at least if you know what you're saying, you don't have to, acquire people or ask people to work for you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bob.
So real estate yung naka-shortlist sa'yo dito sa online?
Yeah, and
What
multimedia
else?
actually.
Okay.
Multimedia, yeah.
Oo nga, maganda yun.
What are short courses we got?
From digital marketing to web development, soft skills training. We have plenty of full online.
How long is a short course?
Normally,
Ako na yung nagtatanong eh.
minimum from 4 hours to 8 hours,
That's
depending
it?
on the modules.
No, I mean, how long is the program?
The program for bachelor's degree, normally one trimester will take you 98 days for say 8 subjects.
Right.
When you enroll, so you have 98 days. But if you're full-time, you can finish the program, the 98 days, you can shorten it at 30 days. Then you can enroll another set of subjects. From that model, from 4 years, you can lessen it to 2 years.
Are the courses affordable? What about talented students who don't have
Scholarship,
money?
something like it.
I have scholarships.
We apply, we have a foundation, AMA Foundation. They can apply for a scholarship.
May mga scholars cup yun.
Yeah.
Meron kang bibigyan ng scholarship grant.
This is actually just the initial meeting, and we already are planning to partner up for the scholars of Hebrew Foundation along with Sun Life, and hopefully with AMA. We'll see where it goes, but definitely this is a good opportunity for the scholars that we have, for those who are still in high school or grade school. If we can set up a program for them for college.
Sino makaka-benefit? Sino balak mo? Meron ka ba sa siyempre advocacy mo rin sa system education?
Marami po kaming scholars sa iba't ibang parts, so mostly indigent barangays. So these are scholars that we've had since grade school. Some of them have graduated grade school and high school. And my high school, St. Francis in Manila, I have scholars there also who are going to college. So they're the ones who will benefit first.
So from high school, diretso mo na sila?
Yes.
Online?
Yeah. Thank you po.
What are the qualifications for indigent students who want to enroll in these courses?
Intelligent students, so
High school, they have to be high school graduates.
the minimum is high school graduate. Since we have a senior high school, there's a mandate from the Commission on Higher Education. If you're a graduate from 2016 or below 2013, you can go directly to college. Else, go to online senior high school. But the requirement is the same. You have the Form 138, good moral character, then you can apply for
Of course.
for the program.
You have branches nationwide.
Our granting institutions at AMA University. So all our enrolled students are under AMA University in Project A, Quezon City.
But how many branches do you got?
Approximately we have 200 including we have IT, business, nursing, basic education, maritime, then
Even maritime.
flying school. We have flying school.
And filmmaking.
Filmmaking at the moment,
Short
it's
course.
a short
May
course.
shortage eh. May producer tayo. You need a lot of
Well, that's good because we need
materials.
content. Yeah, that's true.
Script writing, we have
Yeah,
a short
writing.
script writing.
How much yung, is it a whole course?
A short course.
Or the whole
Course.
degree?
For bachelor's degree, about 4,000, about 200 to 250,000 in the entire program.
For the 98 days, parang ganun.
The entire 4 years.
Okay.
But if you're on a business program like business administration, psychology, mass comm, a little bit lower.
Wow.
So of
And we
course,
have a flexible payment scheme for working professionals.
this is based on honesty, of course. No? How can you tell if the student is making somebody else do the work?
If they avail our flexible payment scheme, they need to submit a certificate of employment to avail that payment scheme.
No, I mean as far as
No, for the online
doing
education.
the
Yeah.
doing the courses, the subjects.
Someone
Yes.
is doing the
Baka ipagawa sa iba or
Normally, yun nga, no, kung
Based on
nahihirapan ka
honesty.
sa examination, you can provide the username and password to your best friend, to your kapatid, to your ate. But we have this technology that we can detect the movement of your eye.
It's a requirement
Really?
that your computer has to have a camera.
Mm.
So recorded din siya. The system can plug it down or plug you up if there's a irregularity during the conduct of the examination.
Based on honesty.
That's the worry of others who are starting to enroll to our program. Baka nga hindi
Yeah.
iba ang mag-enroll, iba ang exam,
Gusto lang diploma.
diploma lang. So we avoid that through that technology.
Piolo, nasabi mo kanina na to find one's calling and purpose in life. Ito na ba yun, yung education na tinutukoy mo?
I mean, you know, that's how you start in life. Diba? After school, you can do anything. You know, if you're skilled enough, you know, if you have a degree, it's easy to advance in life. So I mean, that's how you find your purpose. You know, by having education, by getting education.
Anong pakiramdam mo na tawagin ka na most prolific and most tenured?
I'm not good with compliments eh. So I'm like, thank you. Hindi naman po. Katrabaho lang. I'm just really happy to be able to do the things I love to do, and to be given this kind of opportunities. I welcome this kind of challenge because that with this I'm able to inspire more people. I mean, with the advocacy that I have, which is education, and this is good exposure for the foundation, because you really want to champion education. So since that's always been my advocacy, but it's easier for me to champion a cause because I really believe in it. So I'm sure we're going to be able to do a lot of things together.
And parang yung to champion this course, to endorse this online program, parang it's part of your charity works na rin.
Pwede lang. Yeah, definitely. You know, since we have scholars already, I won't have to worry about them enrolling in different schools. You know, you have programs with AMA that can avail of, through the foundation that we have, and also with our partnership.
Okay, thank you.
You can monitor your scholars through the platform.
Yeah, exactly. We do that. Yeah.
You want also to add a doctor in your title of a doctor in your name.
Ako po? Naku. Pwede engineer. Pwede.
Doctor in Business Administration.
Yes.
Doctor in
I take my life one day at a time. Hindi naman ako ganun ka-ambisyoso. I'll have to devote time for that.
Despite
further
the
studies.
schedule of boy, he finished
Yeah,
doctor.
but that's part of his field. That's part of his work. He has to do that. I mean, for me, it's really I have to do something when it comes to acting or producing. But furthering my education, I don't know how else I can find time for that. But of course, I'm just really focusing on the things that I need to focus on, which are producing, acting.
Piolo, si Inigo, anong course niya?
I made him take up entrepreneurship. So I ended on for 2 years, and then he had to stop because of work. But at least he's exposed already. I mean, now he wants to shift to music, which is his profession. That's his field. So at least he was able to find out while he was in college. So now he wants to shift to music. So at least he'll be able to use it.
So itutuloy,
Tutuloy po niya.
tinutuloy na niya or itutuloy?
Tutuloy pa lang po niya. Sana. Kundi sasaksakin ko siya.
Yun nga, kung halimbawa if ever sabihin niya, pa, ayoko na.
No, it's up to him. I mean, he's at the right age. He's 21. I mean, that was for every parent you want a degree. You want your children to graduate. So for me, as long as he's able to advance in life through his work, then that's fine. As long as he knows what he's doing. And I'm just telling him, you can always do like this. You provide an access for people who are busy, to do it online, wherever you are. So wala siyang kawala. I mean, wala siyang
so strict with the schedule. So studies.
Well, that's a good thing about this program. You can do it anywhere at any time. Yeah.
Pero di ba parang may dream ka rin na maging director?
Wala po.
Wala.
Producing lang
Producing
talaga.
lang
I don't see myself becoming a director. I don't think it's in the horizon.
Kasi baka magkaroon sila ng filmmaking, di ba? Pwede kang...
Most likely.
Filmmaking. We need writers.
Yeah, if there's anything further I'd want to do, siguro writing, script writing. I was enrolled in kay Rickley before, but I wasn't able to pursue it because of my schedule.
So are you totally closing your door sa pagiging director?
I'm not closing my doors. I just don't find it appealing to me. I don't have the knack for it. I'd rather be in front of the camera than be the one calling the shots. Producing, it's different because it's business. But I don't see myself having to compose my shots. I don't like to be a director in that sense because it's too much to handle.
Piolo, sa Florence, what's your course there?
Film producing.
Film producing.
Yeah, film production. Yeah.
Paano nag-adjust yung, kasi ang dami mo rin ginagawa dito.
I booked it last year pa.
Okay. Paano nag-adjust yung, yung schedule mo sa showbiz kasi mawawala ka?
Siguro mga almost a year ko muna binlock off yun.
So gaano katagal mawawala?
8 weeks po. It's an 8-week course. So, mga 10 weeks.
Okay. May shoot ka pa dito for TV commercial?
Yeah, of course. We're working on the board, and then I'll still be back before I leave. I've got a couple of tours, but hopefully before I go to Florence to study. That's gonna be in May, so I have time. We have time.
Pero may time ka pa ba to do a teleserye?
No, I'm not doing teleseries anymore.
Oh.
I already said that was my last thing.
Final na yan?
Oh yeah. I'm old for that. I'm not old, but soap-wise, I've done more than a dozen soaps. I've been in the business for 20 years, and it's the same thing I've been doing for the last 10 years. I want to be able to do other things and diversify. Yes. So now I've become a producer, and there are so many things that we can work on. And acting-wise, endorsement-wise, I still have my hands full. So that's something that I don't enjoy doing anymore. I don't want to be stuck on a set. It's hard. I mean, I'm not gonna take it, away from anybody else, but it's not something I want to pursue for now anymore. Yeah.
Alright. So at this point, i-conclude na natin yung ating press con. So once again, media, press people, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at pinaunlakan ninyo ang aming paanyaya. And sana po, kwento nyo na kami. Ibalita nyo na kami. Nag-level up na.
Nagpipili ko lang sa'yo eh.
Sir, baka umupo ka.
Nagpipili ko lang ako eh.
Saan yan kailangan? Saan mo?
Kay Love Diaz, I still have one more day. Then I have one more day with Brillante. Then I have another movie pa.
Brillante.
Kay Brillante Mendoza.
Secret.
Nasabi mo na.
Nadulas ako eh.
Nasabi mo na.
Pangkan!
Kaya ka rin ba mag-Florence? Dalawa na.
Nah, it's been planned since last year. It's gonna be me and Joyce. So
Kayo dalawa ni Direct Joy?
yung dalawa ni Joyce, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she wants to do sound as well. So yeah.
So para dun pala yung hair mo.
Sa movie.
Oo, sa movie.
The last movie I did with Love, he's done already, but he's asking for one more day.
Okay.
And then the one for Brillante, he needed me to grow my hair out. So
But since na-tease mo na rin naman kami, any further teasing regarding what you're gonna do with Brillante?
It's a celebration of the 100 years of Philippine cinema. Celebration of the 100 years. So we're just really excited because it's a good project and it's a good film.
How about the plot?
Wag. Baka may NDA ako, lagot ako.
Kailan mag-start yung kay Direk Brillante?
We're almost done.
Oh,
We're almost done. So that's why it's supposed to be hush-hush. Yeah, but yeah, should be out soon.
Yung mga plano ng spring films,
Well, Kuya West is still out. You know, it's we're a bit sad because we weren't able to get a lot of cinemas, and since we're transitioning, people don't want to go to the cinemas anymore. If you're not Marvel, so we're looking at studying other platforms, which we have. It's just like when we came out with our first movie before Kimidora, we were transitioning from analog to digital and from film to digital. So it's hard nowadays. We're transitioning from cinemas to phones, TV. So mahirap. But we're not giving up, as long as you know that you have good content and you have a good material. And we just want to be able to champion Philippine cinema. We're celebrating 100 years this year. And I don't know what's in store for me when it comes to Philippine cinema, but for me that's my contribution, to be able to pay it forward and give opportunities for people who want to be able to create and have a platform for them to show what they have.
So nalulungkot ka rin sa nangyayari?
Siyempre naman, that's my business, Hindi naman, pagiging artista, bayad ka, pag producer ka, ikaw naglalabas ng pera. So, masakit din, not just for us, but also for the investors, for those who believe, such as Kuya Ogie, who is a first-time producer. So, it's heartbreaking for us, but we're not the ones to give up. Yeah.
Piolo, since uso naman yung revival ng mga love teams, since at nagkasabay daw kayo recently sa elevator ni Judy Ann, well, is something in fruition?
Mapupush ba yung project?
Juday and I will always be friends. So no matter what happens, pag nagkikita kami, parang wala namang issue talaga sa amin. It's just a matter of time, I guess, when she's free already to do the film. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I hope bago kami tumanda, and that's what I always say. And anytime she's free, I'll make myself free for her.
Pero so far wala pa namang mga
Wala pa po eh. Wala. I'm in talks with Star Cinema for another film. But just the same, I cannot disclose it yet until we're shooting already. But I'm just excited for that because it's a reunion film as well.
Reunion film din.
Baka nandun siya o wala talaga?
Wala, hindi si Juday. Sinabi ko na pag nag-shoot na lang, baka maudlot eh. Mahirap na.
Sabi nga ni FDC Picture, kilala ka sa Asian, kaya nabigyan ka ng award sa Busan. Dahil yung mga international film fest na entries mo.
We have a couple, like Kuya West just came back from Fantasporto in Portugal. Joyce and I are going to Udine before we study in Florence, Udine. And she's going to be awarded there. And then we're also bringing our films. Our operations head is bringing our slate already to different festivals. Now she's in America, so hopefully we get to be screened in some big festivals,
Pero kumbaga sa mga artista, ikaw na ngayon yung talagang kumbaga Asian star. Dahil sa mga pelikulang ginagawa ko with Love Diaz, and now with the Brillante, mas na-enjoy mo na yon?
It's not that I enjoy doing indie, or because for me, as long as it's a film, I don't think there should be any disparity. Nagkakaroon ng problema when you're a genre film or when you are considered a film noir, such as Love's films that are usually black and white. I guess for me, cinema is an expression. It shouldn't be limited. I mean, whether you do a mainstream or indie film, it's still film. So for me, there's no difference. It's not that I'm focusing on doing indie films now because I still love mainstream and I'm a mainstream actor. I just want to be able to do stuff that when I get to read the script, tapos hindi ko na mabitawan, I try to find a way to be able to do it and make it work. This year I have 5 films in the pipeline that I'm starring in, and I'm just trying to make it happen. Pag maganda yung script, mahirap, and then pag hindi mo nagawa, masakit.
So yung 5 films na yun, kakayanin mo?
I'm on my 3rd. I'm on my last day with the 2 films, and then I'm starting a new one. And when I get back, I have another one, and before the year ends, hopefully maka-6. Yeah. So.
You're leafy talaga.
When ang release?
Cut short na po natin yung
to be released this year.
We need to cut short.
And the rest, we'll try to schedule it. Yeah.
We need to cut short muna ngayon kasi we'll try to...
Lenten tour with my son. We started last year, father and son tour. So now we're taking it to the US. We have 3 shows. On the side, we have Chicago, San Diego, and Vegas. So on the side, hopefully we get to go around LA, and we have some meetings there for him and for me, and spend some time in Vegas. Yeah.
Exciting.
Really exciting, you know, to be able to just have some downtime, and hopefully we get to do some work in LA because he's been doing a lot of work in LA, so at least, you know, I get to go with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And marami pong nawawalan ng tubig ngayon. Affected daw po ba kayo ng pagkawalan ng tubig?
Hindi pa naman actually, marami yan. Seriously, it's happening.
Yeah.
Hindi ka naman affected.
May water
Kasi bihira ako maligo.
Yun lang.
Hindi pa naman. Huwag naman talaga. I sweat a lot. Talaga. It's happening nationwide.
Yes.
Marami What? It's gonna be for a while? Hindi naman. We're trying to arrest it.
Rotational.
Talaga.
You're opening 6 p.m. and then it's gonna come back ng 5 a.m.
Yeah, I think in our village, like, you know, certain hours at night, di ba?
Yun.
Ayun na yun.
Yeah.
Ay, nangyari na sa atin, hindi ba sa brownout?
Hindi ko pa naman inabutan na parang, ano ba? Ba't nawala ng tubig? Wala pa naman.
Gosh, wala pa ako, you know. So, my mom would tell me, like, I guess she told me last week, nak, what time ka uwi? Sabi ko this time, sabi niya, walang tubig until this time. Okay. So, I thought it was just, you know, something random. That is happening already.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Alright, thank